So it is the Aporkalypse today. It is the 21st of December 2012, and it's the end of the world. So we're having a giant Aporkalypse game, 10K per side. So it's not really giant, but we haven't done a big game in a while. So we've got basically three 6-foot tables, 6x4 tables here connected by bridges. And this mission we're running is called the Aporkalypse, and this is the giant orc planet Kraka. And it's long since abandoned technology, since the orcs overtook an imperial world, and then the orcs got killed by a bunch of drooling Tyranids. So the Imperium and friends, the Tau and the Imperium were sent to destroy the Nids and take back the orc planet Kraka, which can basically crack a planet in half before anybody else, like the sneaky Eldar, get their hands on it. And the Eldar really don't want the Imperium to have it, which is the only reason they're actually here in the first place. So we're fighting a war over miscommunication. So basically, the mission here is every slay the warlord's worth a point. Actually, I actually got a list of it here. Do we have any of the mission sheets?
Don't know. Yeah,
handy dandy. Okay, there we go. So we've got 1 point for First Blood, 1 point for Slay the Warlord, 1 point if you kill all enemy fast attack units, 2 points for getting the most kill points, 3 points for controlling the enemy objective. You don't get any for controlling yours, and then you get 5 points for controlling the planet Kraka, which is an objective. Yeah, basically, where's your guys' objective at? Alright, this is Tyranid Spores here. So their objective's back here, so my Eldar and the Nids over here, we've got to get to that and control it to get 3 points. And they have to get to ours up there, down there, on top of that little bunker. So those are worth 3 points, and the most kill points are worth 2. We required 1 fast attack choice to be taken as a requirement for every Force Org you take. And there are 3 Force Orgs allotted because we're 5k per player, so there's a lot of fast attack. So fast attack are also scoring, and then there's the extra point for killing all the fast attack. So I think that's pretty much it. We're just going to briefly pan over some of the armies. It's just a swarm of Nids. I've got, with my Eldar, I've got like 4 Fire Prisms, 30 Guardians, 10 Dire Avengers, 14 Fire Dragons, 10 Banshees. This is probably what most of the action is going to happen here. I've got an 1100 point Eldar Death Star with 10 Wraithguard, Eldrad, regular Farseer, Warlock with Conceal, Karandras for stealth, and Mog and Ra for being amazing. All in 1 unit. I've got the Wraithseer next to them with 2 Wraith Lords. I've got 8 Warwalkers outflanking. The Tyranids have like 2 Harpies, some Flying Hive Tyrants, some Shrikes, some Turbogons, like 100 Gaunts. So it's going to be interesting. And I've got like infiltrated over here by the planet Kraka. I've got my 10 Scorpions, and I've got 10 Warp Spiders are going to be deep striking. In general, what you have with your Tau/Dark Angels army?
What I have on the table is a squad of bikes with 2 plasma, 3 hammerheads with railguns, burst cannons, 3 broadside teams, and 4 10-man fire warrior squads. And then there's some Grey Knights hanging around here.
Okay. Yeah, and you got 2 Stingwing groups in reserve?
Yes.
And then you got your like Belial group and 2 other Terminator groups from Dark Angels in reserve?
And all my Crisis suits.
Oh yeah, and all of the Crisis teams in the world. Alright, what do you got in your Grey Knight army? I know not too much is deployed yet.
Murder, death, and killing and things.
Indeed.
Alright, so I really only deployed 3 squads, that's all I need at the moment. I got Castellan Crow over here. Then we have 2 squads of Terminators out here. Each one has a Thunder Hammer and a Psy Cannon. The rest have halberds.
Okay.
And in reserve, Alright, in reserve we have 5 Storm Ravens. The 2 yellow ones are going to be deep striking. The 3 silver ones are going to be coming on from our board edge from reserves. Every single one of them has a Purifier squad and a Tech Marine, and one of which has Inquisitor Valara in it, which is the really shiny one.
Okay. And then you've got...
Yeah, it's also 2 Dread Knights with the Heavy Incinerators and the Force Sword. And then there's also the Caladius Assassin, I believe it is.
Okay, is that the Psyker one or whatever?
It's the one who comes in and assassinates you with templates and special abilities.
Okay.
The Catan Sword one.
Yay. Alrighty.
And all kinds of fun, purification fun in here.
Yeah, there's like, what, 50 purifiers?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
And a fake Cuban round box.
Yes, yeah. That's where they belong. I mean, they catch on fire. So that's pretty much it. We deployed first. Because of the mission we're playing, it makes sense that the Tyranids start on the board because they're already here. So we deployed first, but then we're going to roll to see who goes first, but we're going to get a +1 to our roll, kind of like Fantasy does. So let's go ahead and roll that.
You know what? I should have taken the Inquisitor.
We rolled a 3. Oh no, Steve's rolling.
4.
Steve rolls
So we
4
tied.
first, so.
tie.
Oh yeah, because we get +1. Thank goodness.
6.
And a 6, so we actually, that's technically a tie because we can't get a 7.
It goes up.
Wouldn't it go up?
I don't know if we can get a 7. We didn't discuss this possibility.
Alright. 2. 4.
3. Oh.
Alright, 3.
Off the board. 6, so we actually got that one. Okay. 7 dice later, or whatever it was, and we're going first. That was, thank goodness we had the +1, because we perpetually rolled underneath Steve's roll. Seems about accurate, so we're going to go ahead and take all of our movement and that, and we might just have some random clips of middle of turns and a little bit of a summary at the end, but we've got a lot to get through in a few hours, so. Alright, so this turn 1 for us, everything pretty much just moved forward, not really big noticeable difference, but this, the bridge is getting filled up. I boosted some Shining Spears and some jetpacks over. Flying Monstrous Creatures all jump down across this opening to the lower table with the Planet Kraka on it. I made the big decision to take this 1100 point unit. I'm going to go this way instead of towards their base because there's such a long distance over there to go. Kind of committed the Wraith Lords the same direction. Moved all the fire prisms forward, and I shot one small blast at that. Didn't do anything, and I shot a large blast back there, and actually killed 2 shield drones with the broadsides and 2 bikes. So that was better than I expected, but I linked 3 of them together. So that's pretty much all we did aside from moving and running. So getting ready to get take on some deep striking Terminators. So see how that goes. We got some broadsides shooting over here at a Turvagon.
Wow, only 1 wound.
Wow, on a 2+.
Was that an AP1?
Yes, it is. So you get your 5+ cover though, which you're good at. So made it.
Oh wow.
Turvagon takes no wounds from 3 broadsides. That's a miracle.
Well, it has I rolled 2 1s.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Second squad. I'll have to reroll. Only 1.
Wow. Makes it though. 5+ invuln. Made it again. That Turvagon's invincible. Those fucking trees are made of steel. Oh, so you want to try? You gonna try for 3 in a row?
No. There's no point now.
That was a good one though, because if you did kill it, it'd blow up all the gaunts around it.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Alright, so they're still doing some of their shooting and assault, like runs and boosts and that kind of stuff, but 2 squads of Terminators deep struck in here. These are both of them without Belial, right?
Right,
Yeah.
Miles
Yeah.
in reserve.
And they came in over here on this desert table by the Planet Kraka. Probably a pretty tactical move. We were worried they were going to hit our backfield, but honestly that wouldn't do too much good in the long run. So so they dropped in here between the stealth suits, which dropped the Harpy with a grounding test. And then these guys completely killed it in 1 round of shooting. These Terminators fired into the Hive Tyrant but didn't do anything. Over here, pretty much, you saw earlier some of the broadsides shooting at the Turvagons. At the Turvagon, 2 squads of them at him. He actually made both of his cover saves. He didn't roll too hot on the hits and that, so 3rd squad fired into the fire prism and actually made my cover save there in a 5-up. And then all 3 of the hammerheads, they all fired into this mass of gaunts, and surprisingly didn't kill too many. Probably somewhere around, as this pile here, probably somewhere around 8 or 10 of them. And then some Fire Warriors took a few shots in there, but overall not too much damage, but they did get first blood and kill point from that, so this probably isn't going to show up on the screen too well because it's a light table, but they got a kill point, which will add towards whoever gets the most skill points at the end gets 2 battle points, and they got a battle point for first blood, so that's pretty much it going to turn 2. Alright, so this is kind of right in the middle of our turn 2, the Eldar and the Tyranids. Pretty much this whole wave's moving down even farther. We got a lot of jump infantry units in here, so it's going pretty fast. These moves and boosted. These Vipers jumped down, fired, did 8 wounds into those Terminators. He passed them all, but Paroxysm got them, and then he shot it in and killed 2 of them. And Yargle Gene Stealers apparated and charged in. We haven't resolved that combat yet, though. These got Paroxysm, but denied the Witch, and they got shot up a little bit. They lost like 2, I think, but they're fine. Terminators lost 2 over there. I boosted some bikes around, or Shining Spears, and those are Eldar jet bikes. These just moved and ran a little bit. We're getting a lot of 1 and 2s on our runs, but this one finally pootered out, so it can't make any more Gaunts, but it made 6 here. Just kind of rearranging our backfield because we know we're going to have some Dread Knights or something dropping in the back. I moved my fire prisms forward some more. I fired 3 blasts down there into the broadsides. I only hit on target with 1 of them. The rest scattered off, but I killed both of the shield drones. So maybe next turn I'll get to kill a broadside there. All this crap was moved and ran. So my Banshees, Fire Dragons, Dire Avengers, they're kind of trailing behind the Tyranids here. We're just moving and running forward. We had quite a few reserves come on, outflanking with Devourgons. Killed a lot of Fire Warriors. The last 4 or 5 are running back towards the table over here. More Yargle Gene Stealers appeared right here. They made it into his commander, which is a Tau Forge World guy there. He's pretty cool. We haven't resolved that combat yet. I deep struck my 10 Warp Spiders right here, landed on target, right behind the Hammerhead. Got like 6 penetratings, 2 glances, and he saved I think 3 or 4 of those total, but I exploded it. So over around this way, this is kind of all in their backfield now. I got 1 squad of Warwalkers in, so I still got 2 left to come on, but these Scatter Laser Warwalkers shot and did enough damage to wreck this Hammerhead, so he took out 2 of those this turn. 2 Trigons came in, there's still 1 left in reserve. They just shot up some, I think they just shot up some Fire Warriors and the like around here. Both of them right there and right there. They scattered a little bit. More Devourgons walked on, shot up some Fire Warriors. They're down to 2 there. And the Doom, this is the big stupid thing here. It killed like 2.5 broadsides when it came in. It actually killed Crow, which was their commander, with his ability. And he passed the bikes though, and the Terminators were fine as well. But it did a lot of damage there. He made his points back easily. It was ridiculous. So, but he did fail his Psychic Power to blow things up with a Strength 10 AP1 blast. But that's pretty much it. Let's see what happens here. Gene Stealers just took out those Terminators, and this was the 3rd squad of the Margle Gene Stealers. They came from over here. They're running into these Fire Warriors. They got shot up by the Trigon and all that. They're probably going to wipe them out pretty easily. So we'll show you the tally here in just a minute after the turn's over. Alright, so this turn, the end of the top of 2. We've got 5 kill points, but we're still only 1 battle point to 1 battle point. They've got 1 kill point, but they're about to get a whole lot more. They rerolled their reserves. Steve got all of his Grey Knights in, except for 1 squad of Terminators. He got all 5 Storm Ravens in. And Penn got everything in for his Tau.
You're fucking kidding me. That just destroyed itself.
Are you serious?
Wow. Okay, Storm Raven Deep Struck. It actually landed on something and rolled a 1.
Yeah, that was 205 points there. It lost a 266 point unit inside of it, and then another about 100, actually like 120 point model inside of that.
Oh, the Tech Marine?
Yeah.
Damn, that was like a 600 point loss.
It landed on the spike.
Yeah.
Well, crap. That sucks.
Apparently I should not roll dice.
Here.
Alright, I am not sure if we remembered to record the last turn. If we did, a bunch of Battlesuit squads came in here, like 3 or 4. Storm Raven came in. One of them mishap, the other one landed. Battlesuits came in here. Dread Knight Deep Struck there. Dread Knight Deep Struck there.
Who are you attacking first?
3 Storm Ravens flew in from the table edge. Right here, there, and there. They did 3 wounds to each Trigon up here, and then they got finished off by broadside, so they killed both of the Trigons that were up here. That's the most, like, that's the big damage they did was those Trigons. The Doom died in combat to some Terminators. You know, it's for the most part what happened if I did forget to do that one there. So our turn here now. You know, we're moving everything forward some more because I've only got one unit left in reserve. So I only got one more squad of my Warwalkers in. They came in down here on this desert board by the planet Kraka. They shot into that Dread Knight that was over there. Didn't do anything. And all the Tyranid stuff over here. All of these, all these Shrikes and the Harpy and the Hive Tyrant with their special rules and everything work together to.
And then the commander for the Turnip Prime.
Yeah, the Turnip Prime and everything like that. So they all got like preferred enemy from the Hive Tyrant and the Hive Tyrant Paroxys of the Dread Knight, and then the Bone Sword Lash Whips made the Dread Knight go last, and they did like 30 wounds. And
30 exactly.
yeah, and they finished him off before he got to fight at Initiative 1. So we were kind of really worried about that one, but ended up working out. Both squads of Vipers shot like 20-something shots per squad into the Dread Knight and only caused one unsaved wound. But then Mog and Robbie in the Beast City did 2 wounds with Wrens. And then I shot 2 fire prisms down at him with single shots. One of them scattered and killed one of my own guys. And then the other one finished off the Dread Knight. So we managed to take care of them. Charged up these Shining Spears here, and I lost one to Overwatch. I lost one to my Fire Prism. And then in combat, I only killed one Stingwing. One Vespid, so. Charged all these Scorpions in, and I only killed one Marine. I failed pretty epically on almost all my power weapons this turn. Like with my Exarchs, I rolled double ones on the 2 wounds with everything, so. But I won combat by 1, but he held. Shot and charged with this guy. He made his save for my missile launcher with the shooting. I charged and he actually took a wound off with Overwatch, and then in combat I only killed 1, but I overran him. There was a squad of 3 battlesuits here that we had placed that had mishapped. And, what? Oh jeez, there was one Gene Stealer, one Yargle Gene Stealer, and that Brood Lord guy there, whatever. They tied combat with 2 or 3 Terminators. Alright, over here. You can see everything's still moving up pretty good.
This is against your broadsides.
But we still can't do anything to these Storm Ravens. We don't really even have a gun to do anything to it with. But shot some Fire Prisms up here, killed some drones, battlesuits fell back, and then I shot him with some Warwalkers. I've got 3 Warwalkers still left over there. And I killed one of them that was left and did a wound on each of the other 2 because there was a leader in there. So they're falling back right now. Warp Spiders got shut up by these Fire Warriors that were in here, and I shot them back, charged them, and overran them. So they're doing all right. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, we've killed a lot of these guys over here. These Gene Stealers just overran the Terminators, or killed the Terminators, I think, and overran these broadsides. So
no, they killed the Terminators. Just sounds good.
Okay, and just overran the broadsides.
Killed
them all. Okay, yeah, let's kill them all. Okay.
They rendered the Terminators to death.
Ding. Okay. So that's pretty much it. This is the top of 3, so we're getting ready to go into the bottom of 3. There's only 1 unit left in reserve, but all 4 Storm Ravens have 10 Purifiers in it, and some other units as well. So
Purifiers and Tech Marine. And one has Valara in it.
Earlier we watched Independence Day. Now we got Dawn of the Dead playing here. Whoop-de-doo. So right now this is kill point count. Imperium 5. Xenos just actually picked up 2 more, so we're going to be at 18 there. Battle points, we still only have, they have 1 still from getting First Blood. We still only have 1 from Slay the Warlord. Because remember, battle points are only for,
Yeah, once again, quantity versus quality.
Yeah.
Every time, quantity seems to win.
Yeah, like, see, we're killing, like, Fire Warrior units and stuff. So yeah, we still...
Hey, I killed Terminators.
I don't think we've killed 1. Well, we didn't kill, but...
Yeah, they rolled 3 to the wall.
He lost his 1 Storm Raven, which was a fast attack unit, so there's 8 left.
You guys lost to a bad mishap on the Deep Strike.
Yeah. That's how we got 3 of the kill points from that thing mishapping as well. So I think that's pretty much it there. We got those 2 from the combat that just happened. Alright, so this was the bottom of turn 3. We're starting to take some heavy losses here. Two of the Storm Ravens didn't move enough to be flying, so they're on the ground, so we can actually shoot at them finally. But the unfortunate thing is that they didn't move very far, so they could shoot. One of them killed a Warwalker, and it got out all these Purifiers, which are about to kick the shit out of the rest of these Gargoyle
Yeah, he's my nice.
Gene Stealers.
He's the nice Purification of Flames there. He saved all but one of them on 4 wounds.
Yeah. So, and they actually held too in combat with after they lost combat. So, some pretty unfortunate stuff here. This is the other one that stayed still, so it could fire some more weapons.
It moved a little bit, so it just moved.
Yeah, it killed the crap out of this.
Trigon.
Yeah, was it the Trigon and the Terminators, or was there something else that shot at it?
The 2 Storm Ravens shot at it.
Okay. Oh yeah, this one that flew over here too, and they killed the fully 6 wounded Trigon. And then this got from Terminators and from Pathfinders or whatever else got taken down and failed its grounding test, and it's down to 1 wound, but they couldn't quite finish that Flying Hive Tyrant off. I managed to do nothing to these stupid Stingwings, these Vespids, but I hit and run and got out of here, so, but they did nothing in return. Over here, Scorpions finally picked up some steam and killed off those other 4 Assault Marines before they got the fight back. Pretty much nothing's happening on this side of the table at all.
Why
But
are you show it?
this one, Storm Raven's kind of just getting awfully cocky over here and flew up and immobilized this Fire Prism and exploded the other Fire Prism. So, and it's got 10 Purifiers and some other crap in it, so it's trying to book it back to our objective and single-handedly take that, so we got to make sure we stop that somehow. So, over here, I think that's pretty much all that happened. This guy blew up a whole bunch of gaunts, so they got quite a few points this turn. Let me go take a look at the scoreboard. Now we're watching, Land of the Dead. So they're up to 13 there. We still got a pretty big lead, but they're starting to close the gap, and they're killing things that are way more expensive. So we're both down to 7 fast attack choices now. So we'll see how that goes. So going to top of 4. So this turn, which was top of 4, quite a bit's happening here. Kind of moved a bunch of all of my strength 6 guns, my Vipers, my Warwalkers, and I took every shot I could at that Storm Raven, and he made every cover save except for 2, so it was down to 1 whole point. And the Hive Tyrant over here, being the great guy that he is, finished it off. So all these Purifiers got out, and now they're about to destroy us. Took some random shots with missile launchers and that with Wraith Lords to try to finish off Storm Ravens. No luck there. Mog and Raw did kill a Terminator though and pinned him, so that was kind of nifty there. This whole horde's moving forward because remember, this is the main objective, is controlling this planet Kraka. And the Stingwing's still alive. We keep shooting at that Stingwing and the Vespid, and it just won't die. So over there, that's still a bloody mess, and Belial's group's still deep striking in. It's bottom of 4, so this Storm Raven flew over here, and I shot all these weapons and that thing at the quad gun, and he saved all those cover saves or whatever. I think I got 1 through because this one was still in the air. And then I fired my 14 Fire Dragons at it, including 2 Exarchs that ignore cover, and I've got Tank Hunters and everything. I got 2 penetrating hits with Meltaguns, and he saved both of those on his dive Jink move. And the one that ignores cover from the Exarch I actually hit with was a Glance. So I've got this one down to 1 whole point, but it's still alright. But it's doing the dive thing this turn. Over here, my last 3 Warwalkers finally walked on with the 6 missile launchers. Blasted this pretty good and dropped it after he did his dive thing and made a bunch of cover saves again. But I dropped it down to 1 whole point. And then the Fire Prism finished it off since it wasn't flying this turn, so I could actually shoot a blast at it. So wrecked that. Warp Spider shot, killed 1 broadside, charged in, killed the other one, so they're both down to 1 wound. So finish that unit off. This combat's a bloody mess. Those Purifiers are just destroying the Tyranids because of all that cleansing flame crap. Yeah. So
didn't manage to knock out 5 of the Purifiers, but managed to knock out 13 of the enemy.
Yeah, most of those probably before combat started, I'm guessing.
Most of them, yes.
Yeah. Over yonder, there's a lot of yonders on this table. These 2 Warwalkers didn't have any good targets left since I actually managed to take care of that Storm Raven, so they turned, were in range of this Hammerhead, and I got 7 penetrating hits because I got the rear armor and 2 glances, and he saved 1 glance and 6 penetrating hits, but the one that went through I actually got an explode result on, so not letting your stupid cover save you. Yeah, so these guys had, like you can see my shining spears, they'd run over here to shoot and charge that Storm Raven, and they did a whole point, and then the Hive Tyrant blew it up, so they ran away, just to get out of there a little bit. So that's pretty much where we're sitting. I shot the 2 Fire Prisms together, linked them, and shot these battle suits and killed one of them, because they all got shield generators, so... I think that's pretty much it. Tally at the end of the top of turn 4. We're still only 1 battle point apiece. They've got 5 fast attack choices left. I think it's like 2 Storm Ravens, maybe.
The 2 Ravens are still alive.
Yeah, they still got 2 Ravens. They still got a Vespid. And they still got 2 Pathfinders, like a Pathfinder and the thing that came with it, the Devilfish, yeah. We still got all 7 of ours, but I've got a unit that's almost dead of those. They're at 8 still, but they're about to clean up 2 or 3 Tyranid ones, maybe even 4 Tyranid ones this turn, unfortunately. And we're up to, 26 right now. So we're probably going to get the kill point one. But that's only 2 points. So it's still 3 points for controlling the enemy objective. So if your Storm Raven gets to our objective and can control it, that's 3 points. And if you...
Best thing you can do is right here.
And then it gets... Yeah, I can't make it quite far enough to get past them. So it looks like we're going to be losing some Eldar this turn on that bridge.
In 1 box, I kind of just threw it in there.
Okay. So this is the aftermath of this bloody mess of blood. Probably my most exciting thing ever. I guided Mog and Ra's group, and he flew forward a Storm Raven to get guys out the next turn and contest this central objective, the 5-point objective. And because Mog and Ra is so cool, he got 1 shot through and rolled a 6 to rend it, and then exploded it and killed 9 out of the 11 guys inside with the explosion. And then I was able to shoot the last 2 down.
And special ability ignores cover.
Yeah, because I use crack shots if he ignores cover, which is so cool. Oh, I love Mog and Ra. So over here there was like purifiers and a few Terminators and Belial and all that, but after all the combats are said and done, everything got wiped.
Bone Sword Lash Hook is ridiculous.
It is, especially on like a bunch of Shrikes and everything. It's absurd.
Yeah, we figured out like each Shrike is something like 55 points each.
Yeah, so probably not this kind of a decked out unit. Probably won't be something you see in a normal game, but it just rolled through all of those purifiers. It was a little bit ridiculous. So pretty much up here, there was still a commander left fighting. The Tau commander was fighting that monstrous creature there. I didn't have anything to shoot with some of these models, so I just kind of chilled around with them. But I held their objective with my Warp Spiders back here because we made fast attack scoring to try to make people take fast attacks to make the so things actually get to the enemy in an Apocalypse game. So I think overall the game went really well. It was a lot of fun. It was incredibly bloody. It did kind of start to snowball towards the end, but it was really close for the first few turns. Final count, we just stopped keeping track of kill points, but the Xenos got the most kill points, so we got 2 points for that. And we actually held the enemy objective and the planet Krakow, so that was worth a lot of points. So it's pretty much whoever held the planet Krakow won, unless the other team had pretty much rolled the rest of the table. So that's pretty much it. They did still have fast attack choices left, so we didn't get that, and they still had a Warlord left and all that kind of stuff. So, but good game.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Thank you, Penn.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think a lot of this came down to us having to rearrange teams last minute because few people canceled, and where our armies were made, they weren't made to work together without those other people.
Yeah, like the Tau didn't have a bubble wrap like they were supposed to, so and they kind of took the front lines until the reinforcements came in. So, but I mean, it was ridiculous. It was a lot of fun. We're gonna go ahead and do our voting thing now. The winner of the vote, which has nothing to do with who won the game, because we don't give a shit about like cheap ass stupid tactics to win a fucking game. It's a fun game. So whoever gets the most votes for having the most crazy, ridiculous, fun, stupid stuff that happened in the game is going to win one of the last remaining Twinkies in Roanoke City, since it is the Apocalypse Day. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Aporkalypse.
Okay, so the winner of one of the coveted last remaining Twinkies of Roanoke City. And I make no claims as to how good they are. They were purchased in September before the Great Twinkie Apocalypse. And I have no idea what their real non-comical shelf life actually is, so they might be bad.
Might? There's a question?
I don't know how long a Twinkie actually lasts outside of the apocalypse. So these are the votes. We had everybody who played vote for 2 people or events or things. that happened in the game that they thought was cool or ridiculous or fun or just a good player or a fun player or whatever they wanted. So whichever player gets the most votes for things they did or just for them or whatever is going to be the coveted winner. I am
The winter winner.
tomorrow. I will sleep more than 45 minutes. The coveted winner of one of these Twinkies that may be bad. You thought you were taking a chance when you eat a normal Twinkie? You have no idea. Okay. First off, this Tyrannid Swarm charge. So I'm guessing straight up in the middle of the freaking road with his entire army. And Adam, with Mog and Raw. How cute. Next vote, Tyrannids with Rape-tastic Shrikes. Over here mostly. And Grey Knights with the Purifier line holding. Yup. Mog and Raw is the shit. He opens presents early. That's me. I voted for myself. That's how much of a badass he is. He opens presents before Christmas. Mostly Storm Ravens that are flying around Purifiers in them. And Steve for his Air Force of Doom.
Air Schwartz!
And the final two votes. Penn versus the world. His entire cow army versus all of the Tyrannids for the first 2 or 3 turns.
Nice.
And a second vote for Penn versus the world. So let's see.
Do we all end up with 2 points?
That leaves Tyrannids with 1, 2. Me with 1, 2.
Everyone got 2.
Knights with 1, 2, and Penn with 2. Okay.
Wow, that's a new one.
Don't know how that works. Apparently we're all good sports. So I guess we all win. We'll dice off for it. Let's go.
What the hell? That's never happened for us before.
Alright, let's dice off for these Twinkies. I've got my weapon of choice. Are you still recording?
Yes.
Alright, I got my weapon of choice. A 3. Go ahead.
No.
I'm gonna roll for the absentee Tyrannid player. 1. The towel roll. Tyrannid's roll a 1. I'm sorry, bro. And Steve with the 6.
I think I just accidentally hit the picture button.
Oh no! Just start recording it.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, so far, I've got a 3 for Eldar, a 1 for Tyranids and Tau, and Steve for the Grey Knights for all the marbles, a 2.
Ah!
Eldar, take the old Twinkie! Oh! Mug and Raw opens another present! Well, this one's probably too late. It's probably old.
Yeah.
It's kind of like opening a puppy that you got for Christmas in a box with holes in it, but like you were out of town for a week and a half, and it was there when you got back, and now it's dead.
Uh-oh.
So, thanks for watching.
That
We
was
might
oddly
have
specific.
right? Never happened. 45 minutes of sleep. So we're going to be playing some board games. We may or may not record some of that shenanigans and put it in there, because there's going to be winners for more Twinkies with those, but we're playing Pandemic. You know, we got to stop the virus from killing everybody on the planet. Actually, there's multiple viruses. And then we're going to play Last Night on Earth, which humans versus zombies, so that'll be interesting.
Sweet.